Hey, 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 everyone. Happy Sunday evening, y'all. It's already, y'all, why this time change? I'm telling y'all, it's killing me, killing me, killing me. Anyway, y'all know I just got a little gripe, just a little bit about either it being cold or dark too soon. And so tonight, y'all, I'm going to do both. When you're hopping on, let me know you're here. Just hit the heart button. Hey, Nat. And listen, y'all, if you are watching this live, you'll see the red live button right there. So there is a link featured for the supply list other than what I will tell you that I'm using, so that you will know. So you can go to that link and get the supplies, again, other than what I'm going to tell you. If you're watching on replay, hey, Janice, how are you, girl? If you're watching on replay, the word tonight is winter, winter, and I will send you a list of supplies. So here we go, y'all. It's getting cold. And y'all, my name is Shonda, and I am from North Georgia, and I know. I saw some pictures from Buffalo, New York. Y'all, we used to live in Plattsburgh, New York, which was above Buffalo. I don't think my old bones can do it anymore. Y'all, I couldn't do it. So kudos to y'all. You're in my prayers because I don't even know how you're doing it. I just don't know. But anyway, I'm good, Janice. I am good. Just, complaining just a little bit about the cold. I don't know. I shouldn't, because I know there's other people out there from the north that's really should be complaining about the cold. So tonight, y'all, I want to do just a little fun project. This is our Hello Winter transfer, y'all, and it's really cute. It's got several little transfers on it. You can see you could use this Hello any place else, any time of the year. These little stars are really cute. You could also use, these are just little circles, little bubbles. So those could be used as well any other time of the year. Then you got just your stars and then winter, winter. Hey, Brandy. So y'all, this is what we're going to use tonight because I feel like fall is gone. The 2 days we had it, and winter has arrived. And I'm going to do something fun tonight. I have never done this. Go figure. Go figure. Me doing something I've never done, right? So let me go ahead and post the link in the comments as well, just so that you guys can see. I know. Natalie, I'm right there with you, sister. I am right there with you. Hey, Cindy, how are you, girl? Hey, girl, hey. Listen, if it doesn't get below 50 morning, noon, and night, I'm fine. I'm fine. But no more than that. Brandy, did we have 5 minutes of fall? 5 minutes? I mean, for us Southerners down here, y'all, I know, I get it. Y'all are like, really? I mean, really? We're all up in the snowstorms, and I've lived there. I get it. I know. But y'all, my nose is running. My fingers are cold. It's cold. Okay, it's cold for us Southerners. Our blood it's just not, it's not meant for this. It's just not. All right, let me go ahead and post this in the comments just so y'all can see the supply list as well. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see in the featured link, but I've also posted in the comments. If that, I'm telling you, I know, if that, right? All right, let's get busy, y'all. I'm going to be using this really cool, it's called a shiplap door round from Walmart. Okay, so Walmart designs it for your shiplap to go up and down, which is normal shiplap, right? I don't like that. I want mine to go side to side because I want to do, your typical, or your kind of your, the way door rounds kind of are. Hey, Caroline, you cold, girl, where you're at too? So I'm going to take this off, y'all. I'm just going to take it off. I'm just going to cut it off, and then we're going to staple it back on when we're finished, and the other way, because I don't want it that way. I just don't want to. Okay, so here's what we're doing, y'all. I got this really cool, this is wallpaper, y'all. Y'all have seen this wallpaper that you can texture your walls with. I used to have this at my house. I love this stuff. I love to be able to change the color on it. We are going to use this on the top and bottom of this door round, okay? And then the middle, I'm going to do in white. So I'm going to go ahead and paint my white first in the middle so that it can be drying and around the edges. That will be drying, and then we will Mod Podge the rest of it on. I don't know. We'll see. Y'all know me. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know. Hey, I'm here for it. And we're going to use some ribbon. Hold on, let me show you. Very basic tonight. Y'all, we're going with the black and white theme. Okay, black and white. Farmhouse-ish. Because we got the buffalo check. Or the, not really buffalo check, but the plaid, I guess. But we're just going straight black and white, y'all. Black and white. I think this, to me, is going to kind of look like snow. So, you know, in my mind, snow. And that's what I'm going to use for my top and bottom. And I know, Caroline, you've known me for a very long time, girlfriend. And then, like I said, we're going to Mod Podge on that, to that. And then we're going to put our Hello Winter in the middle. And probably maybe a few little snowflakes. We'll see. So, anyway, let me go ahead and paint this. I've got my, my very well used, my mama hates this thing. Very well used Lazy Susan for my painting. She's like, Shonda, really? That? I can't even say. I said, Mama, I use it a lot. A whole lot. All right, y'all. So I'm just going to paint this. So what's everybody been up to this weekend, y'all? It does feel like winter. I know, Caroline. I know, girl. I know. So I'm going to get down in these cracks and little crevices as well. What'd I just do? Y'all? Y'all? Did y'all see that? Okay. Here you go. This was supposed to stay black. See? Listen. This is not you coming on here and watching this all professional do crafts. Okay? This is what you call learning together. Together learning. Y'all, I literally just sat there and what in the world was I thinking? My original thought was I was going to do something different. That's what it is. And y'all know my squirrel brain sometimes gets a little crazy. Football and cheer. I know, Jana, I am so shocked that Brady could play again. You know, Jim and I were so hate that we missed, you know, him playing. We knew we wouldn't be able to come at the end of October and November. We had so much, but we did not expect the boy to play again, to be this year, you know, from his, hello from Denmark. Well, hello from Georgia, USA. Thank you for joining us. Is it Susie? Is it Susie? Did I pronounce it right? Debbie, listen, it's just the way it is, okay? I mean, there it is. Right there it is. Y'all, that's how I do it. You know, crafters, when you get something in your mind and you want to do a certain thing, this is just what happens to us. This is what happens. What happens? Man. It's okay, though. It's okay. It's all right. It's all going to be okay. I'm hoping this comes off right here, though, because I need that to come off. It is Susie. Okay, awesome. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. So, Susie, tell us, is it cold right now in Denmark, or are you guys a different season right now? I never know. I feel like it's cold right there. I feel like it's cold right now. Oh, you're telling my honey, Caroline, you going to tell my mama I'm crazy? That woman birthed me, Caroline. She already knows. Aww. Jana, I was shocked. When we saw that, I was like, oh my goodness. Again, we kind of didn't even plan it, which, again, we wouldn't have been able to come when he went back in anyway, but I was shocked. I was shocked. So I told Jim, I said, well, we're going up for graduation, and I'll probably come up sooner than that. But, okay, y'all, we're not going to paint the inside, okay? And that's okay if that's white in there. That's no big deal. You're not going to see that. But... y'all, actually I might go ahead and just paint that white just a little bit in there, you know. Hey, Angie. And y'all, when I got wild, I dropped my paintbrush in there because I panicked just a little bit. I was a little panicky. All right, so I am going to paint the inside of this because when I put my when I put this on the top and the bottom, I kind of want it white. It's 1:30 and it's cold. 1:30 in the, I'm taking afternoon. I'm thinking afternoon probably. This is too big. Let me get a smaller one. A little tiny one. There we go. There we go. So y'all, there you have it. That's what happens when you mess up. You just start again. It's no big deal, really. And y'all, it doesn't matter if I'm getting this on the top because I'm covering that, like I said, with that wallpaper. And I've never used the wallpaper. I'm kind of really excited to use it. I think it's going to be really cool. And I'm going to get right here, and then I'll just have to take a wet wipe and get that off. Okay, Caroline. All right, girl. So anyway, y'all, we had an uneventful weekend ourselves. We, well, not uneventful. It was actually eventful. We went to Alabama, which we're only 15 miles from Alabama. So we actually go do a lot of shopping over in Oxford, Alabama, because they have a lot of the stuff we like. Plus, it's just, I mean, honestly, it's kind of closer than, it's definitely closer than going to Atlanta for us. And we just like it. You know, we're kind of used to it now. We like what's over there as far as the stores and stuff like that go. But y'all, we went over there because we were going to this, we like this, any of my Alabama friends know, it's called Martin's. It's a clothing store. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh, okay, girl. Oh. Yes, Debbie. I will, Cindy. I will be there. I will. Oh, Caroline, you're home. Okay. So, yes, we go to Oxford all the time to shop. And, so we went over there. We went to Martin's, and we went to, Sam's, you know, our typical places. So then we went to eat before we come home. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Natalie. That's funny. That's true, though. It does change. So the time changes for us. We gain an hour going to Alabama, and then we lose one coming back. That is funny. So anyway, we go there, right? We go to this little store. Like I said, it's called Martin's. We love it. And then we went to Sam's. And then we decided, let's go eat. So we went to Logan's Roadhouse to eat, y'all. And it wasn't the greatest experience because the poor little guy that was our waiter was new. And that wasn't the experience. I love when there's new people because I'm the greatest person to be new on. Because I will never judge you and I will always try to help you. As long as you're not, you know, mean, I will always try to help you. But, nope, Caroline, I know, girl. But Alabama, we do. You know, we go to Alabama. So, anyway, we're sitting there, and, you know, he's new, y'all, and he's trying. But when we were his first table coming on to shift. And y'all, I'm just trying to get in this crack, and that is why I'm painting it and then kind of wiping it off. Because I have to get up on the side. I don't want, the side, I want to also be white. I don't want that black. I want it all one color in there. So you kind of have to do that. But it's easy. It's coming off very, very easy. And this is just Waverly white chalk paint, y'all. So anyway, we're sitting there and, you know, Buddy comes over there. So sweet. Well, first of all, we sit down and the bartender, because it's in the bar area, the bartender comes over, not the nicest of humans, which I don't like. I don't want you to be mean. I want you to be sweet. That's okay, Laura. That's all right, girl. I get it. Girl, I get it. I get it. I get it. But hey, glad you're here. So I'm sitting there and I order my drink, you know, and y'all, I order some kind of, I don't know, hoity-toity drink on the menu, right? Because it's just been a day. And so I order this crazy drink, and here's what's funny. He's correcting me on the name of it, right? He's correcting me. And he's like, oh, you mean this? And I was like, no, I mean this. And he's like, that's not what it's called. And I said, sir, I can't help you. I don't know what that means. I mean, it's what's on the menu. You see right here, it's on the menu. He goes, I don't care what it says on the menu. That's a new menu, and we've changed that. Oh, what? What does that even mean? So I said, okay, great. So already he wasn't, again, the nicest of humans, which, whatever. As long as he's good and not, you know, terrible, whatever. So he comes back, brings our drinks, and then I see this little gentleman come by, or come up to the booth. And he goes, hey, and introduces himself, and he said, you know, I'm gonna take your order or whatever. And I said, well, we've already put our drink order in with the bartender. You know, it's good to tell them that because they don't know, maybe. This is a Chocateur stencil. Yes, I'm a designer with Chocateur. Cindy, yep. So, y'all, out of nowhere, okay, I'm sitting here telling him this. In the middle of it, out of nowhere, here comes the bartender. I'm talking about, he's coming. And he doesn't have a very deep, he doesn't have a very loud voice. I think, you know, no kind of, I don't know what was wrong with his voice. So, I mean, it's nothing. His voice clearly had something wrong with it. You know, whatever, that's fine. So his voice wasn't loud like that. It was more screaming, like very high-pitched screaming to the top of his lungs voice. And he screamed at him and told him that he was at the wrong, that was not his table, that his tables was such and such and such and such and such and such table, and that he needed to get over there to his tables. Y'all, Jim Coble, I thought was going to come unglued. And listen, Jim can be not the nicest of humans. Let's just say that, okay? Jim can be, you know, but Jim also, you know, is very professional. And he goes, I think that was the most unprofessional thing I've ever seen in my life, right? So anyway, long story short, this guy is our waiter. He ends up being our waiter. He comes back. Okay, y'all, so I just painted the inside of those white so that it doesn't kind of show, because when I put this on, I'm thinking it's going to have to be, you know, I want it to be white right there, so it kind of goes with that, if you know what I mean. So anyway, y'all, it was just the saddest thing ever. It made me sad. I get sad about things like that because I don't like, you know, I just don't like you treating people like that. I don't understand it. There's no sense in it. So, y'all, I just lined this up to that bottom, okay, just like that. And then I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to flip this over as good as I can here. Hopefully, I held on to it good. And then I'm just going to take a pencil. Let's get this right, shall we? Ugh. Let me go ahead and just cut some of this off. I didn't want to, but I'm going to have to. Let's go ahead and cut it. So anyway, he ended up being our waiter, and it was just kind of a situation. Just was not fun, not fun. I don't know, Caroline. We'll see, girl. I don't know if I'll bring it out or not. You never know. When things don't dry fast enough, I will bring him out. We'll see. Okay, y'all. Yep, there we go. I'll be able to do it easier now. So it was just sad. He was a sad guy, but he was very sweet and a very good waiter. You could tell that he hadn't been doing this very long. And again, I'm the perfect person for you to do that with, because no judgment, right? It's whatever. Everybody's got to learn, okay? Everybody's got to learn sometime. And I would rather you learn on me than somebody that's not very kind, okay? So we're sitting there. We're done. It's been kind of a crazy little night for my honey and I. We get up, I pay, and I told Jim, I said, listen, I can't stand these kind of credit card holders that you put your whole credit card in sideways, and it almost disappears. Exactly, Natalie. It was so terrible. And he got onto him not just that time, several times. And he wasn't even his boss. I found that out later. But he, it was just a situation. Anyway, so I was like, Jim, I can't stand these kind of, you know, credit card holders that literally your credit card fits sideways and long ways instead of up and down vertical. It goes horizontally and it disappears almost. Only a little bit was hanging out. Well, I'd had that drink. That drink. That really good drink. And it was kind of like, you know. And it was a little hectic that night. You know, the guy was stressing me out really bad. So, y'all, I left my credit card. I left my debit card. So, I went shopping yesterday. And, okay, this one's good. Good. So, all I've done is cut that to go on the bottom. And you can see this is that, it's really cool kind of thing. But, y'all, it really, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to number this 1. And we're going to number back here 1. Because I will forget. So I left my debit card over there. And went shopping yesterday. Went up to pay. And of course, you know, I have my credit card. Of course. Y'all. It was a mess. It was just a whole mess. Oh, it was just horrible. It's just a horrible situation. I don't like when people act that way, like at all. I don't do good with that kind of stuff at all. But so anyway, we called over there and we're like, listen, I left my debit card over there. And they're like, we don't have it. I'm like, yeah, you do. I'd already locked it, but still. They're like, we don't have it. I'm like, yeah, you do. I'm like, no, we don't. And I told the manager all about his restaurant. I was like, y'all got some issues over there and y'all need to get it straight. It was bad. It's just a horrible situation, you know, where you just feel awful. And it's like, ugh, I don't want to deal with this. It's just awful. All right. So I am going to cut this off a little bit so that I can hopefully use my little Cricut little cutting board thing here. No, darn it. Oh, well, we're just going to have to do it with I got to get it straight, y'all. Got to get it straight. So I'm going to put it down here. And we are going to use our, y'all, I'm not very good with these kind of tools, just so y'all know. I'm just not. I'll just be honest. I'm not. Not too good at all. They don't ever seem to do right. Because the bottom's not straight, so the sides aren't straight. Nothing's straight. Oh, goodness. Oh, well. We're going to try to do it. We're going to try to get it straight, y'all. I'm telling you, it was so sad. It was just, I don't know, the whole situation was just sad. And now I've got to go get a new debit card, which, if anybody knows that right there, I don't know why they got to make it so hard. Why you gotta make it so hard to give me my debit card, you know, for my money, which, you know, whatever. Y'all, then I called to put a hold on my debit card, and the poor lady was in India, and, you know, couldn't really understand me. I couldn't really understand her. And it was just, phew. So, y'all, we're getting this new transfer in. Okay, Monday, we've got new things coming out Monday, tomorrow, 9 o'clock Mountain Time. We've got new transfer, new product coming in, so y'all check it out. I'll post in the morning, but one of them says, not today, Satan. And I'm just telling you, I'm gonna make a t-shirt out of it. I'm gonna make a t-shirt. I just feel like it'll be appropriate to make a t-shirt. Not today, Satan. Not today. I did, Caroline. Thank you for the stars, Natalie. Okay, we got it straight, y'all. We got it. Perfect. Okay. Got it. Then I'm going to turn this over. Hold it. Turn it over, y'all. Oh, I'll just move it. Probably did. Doesn't have to be perfect, but that's okay. Turn this over just like that. And then take my pencil and I'm just going to trace around roughly. And then when I cut this out, just so you know, I go a little bit bigger, and then I'll sand off the excess. Just because this is a little different, a little tricky, y'all. I like tricky. I just thought that this would be kind of cool and make it look like snow. But I still wanted to go with like the black and white theme. I like the black and white. I don't know. I just think it's cool. Okay, here we go, y'all. We are going to use, let me get my fuzzing cloth out. We will need that. And let's get out our Mod Podge. Welcome, everybody. So again, y'all, this is just textured wallpaper. Really cool, okay? So, let's see. We got one. Glad I did that, y'all, because I would have really messed up. Really messed up. And I'm going to Mod Podge this, and I'm going to put on a coat. Now, I'm not going to use the ironing method tonight, y'all, because of the texture on the wallpaper. But what I am going to do is let this, I'm going to dry this one coat, okay? I'm going to put a good coat on here, get it good and even, dry it, and I'm going to put one more coat on it, just so that it's a good hold. This is a thick paper, and I just want a good hold on it. That's all. So let's go to the edge real good. And this is just matte Mod Podge. This one's matte. You could use gloss, you could use whatever, because you're not really going to see this, but okay, just like that. Let's go ahead and do the top one as well. I know, girl, I know. Mom's excited about not going to work. She'll be coming over to my house for Thanksgiving. So is everybody ready for Thanksgiving? Y'all, it's my favorite holiday. Growing up, I don't know if some of y'all have not, you know, if you haven't watched, you don't really know, but we did not, religious reasons, we did not celebrate Christmas. I do now, and I have for over, it's been 30 years now. But when growing up, we did not. And my mom does too now, so everybody does now. But, so for us, Thanksgiving was a huge holiday. It was our family holiday. It's when we got together and, you know, we did, it was our holiday. So we, it's big for my family. I love it. So I'm excited, very excited. All right, y'all. So I got just a little bit over here. I'm just going to get that off. I'm going to paint that white, and just when I paint over this wallpaper, it'll paint white. So anyway. I did. Yep, she sure does, Jim. I did Caroline. We went to see her. She did wonderful. She was the snow prince. She was actually the snow queen. I'm going to use the Big Daddy. She was the snow queen in Nutcracker. She was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to dry this. Let's turn it down, though. We don't want to scorch it. You do, Jim. You do. But yeah, it was great, Caroline. We went to see her in Carrollton. She was so awesome. I love the Nutcracker anyway. I mean, it's one of my favorite, all-time favorite. Oh, Jim loved it. Nutcracker's one of my all-time favorite ballets. I've seen it many, many times, but you know, it's really cool when you know somebody in it. And it was just a local production, but man, they were good. A lot of little kiddos in it too that I always love to see, the kids, you know, doing it, but it was great. We had a lot of fun. That was Saturday after I lost my debit card. Saturday night. Y'all, it was crazy. It was a lot happening. That's all right. We ended it well. We ended it well with wonderful friends. Listen, what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? Made my feet hurt watching. Y'all, listen though, it was funny. I'll tell y'all a funny story. My very first ballet, I was 5. I was probably 5 years old. And my mom took me. I was in ballet, I was in dance. And I had not been to though a professional ballet. You know, we had male teachers, we had male coaches, but they were, you know, they were never in. They were always just in workout clothes. You know, never in the pants that they wear. You know what I'm saying? So my mom took me when I was 5. So yeah, I dried that Mod Podge, and I'm gonna put on another layer, and I am going to put on a pretty thick layer this time, just so that that will hold. This is a, you know, that wallpaper's thick. But anyway, it was so funny, you know, when he came, when my mom took me to it, and they came out, my eyes got really big, and I looked at my mom and I said, "Mama, am I supposed to look at this?" Because y'all know, I mean, if you've never been to a ballet, you've probably seen, you know, what the men wear on TV. It's a little revealing, okay? It's a little revealing. There's not much left to the imagination of what they're, you know, what they're working with. And so, it was a little crazy. Well, Jim experienced it last night for the first time, and he says, "Shonda, I'm not real sure about those pants." Oh, well, Caroline, you should come on out to church sometime out here. They're here all the time. So y'all, I'm just painting on this Mod Podge. This is a little bit a longer of a project tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, he was a little bit like, "Oh no." Whoa, those are kind of revealing pants. I was like, "They are." I told him the story about, you know, when I was young and what happened. He was like, "I'm sure I can only imagine, you know, being a 5-year-old and kind of seeing that." You're like, "Oh, whoa, what's that? Why is that? What am I looking at?" And y'all, my mama laughed so hard. I don't know if she's on here, but she laughed really hard. Okay, y'all, so I just got the second layer of Mod Podge on here. Let me see where my one is, okay? And let's get this on here. Let's find our one. Stick this down really good. Perfect. And I just put it up to that edge again. And I'm just going to press it down really good, y'all. Press it down really, really good. Oh, Debbie, good. Thank you, girl. You just never know. Sometimes people are like, "Just be quiet and craft." Well, listen, if I would just be quiet and craft, it would be just a little bit boring. Okay, and then I'm going to put this one on this side. I just thought this would be neat. I was trying to look around, and I was going to use, we do have some transfers that have, they're like a back, you know, that are backgrounds. We have a couple of really pretty ones that I could use, but I thought, I've never used this. Y'all know I like to use some stuff I've never done. Jim, they did not look uncomfortable, honey. You looked uncomfortable for them. He's talking about the guy, the ballerina. All right, y'all, get this one down. Oh, thank you, Natalie. Well, listen, that's how I feel too. I like coming on here and talking to y'all and chatting and seeing what y'all are up to. And if anybody else had any, you know, crazy weekend, like losing their debit card or, you know, who knows what. All right, let me dry this just a little bit. They need better shoes. That was another thing, y'all. After the ballet, my husband and I went to the little coffee shop in our little. We have the cutest little town right beside us. It's actually a city. It's Carrollton, Georgia, but we've got a really neat square, and that's where everything's at. And so we went to the coffee shop and discussed things because Jim needed some answers. Y'all, it was the funniest thing. And so he was talking about their feet. He goes, "Shonda, their feet, you know, they're up on their toes." And I was like, "Yeah, it's not very comfortable. You know, I used to do ballet, tap, jazz, all the things." And he was like, "Their feet." I said, "Jim, I want you to Google a ballerina's feet and just look at images." Y'all, He was like, oh my goodness. I said, oh yeah, yeah. Because they're doing this. This is what they do all day, every day, y'all. It's bad. Okay, y'all. So I've got this, okay, on both sides. Look how cool already. You can see the texture again. I want it to kind of look like snow. I'm going to take my sanding block. First, I'm going to push down this edge really well, and I'm hoping again this works. I'm going to do a little spot first. Yeah, we're good. Y'all know I just never know. I'm always going to do something different. Who's on here? I can't ever see. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. Some of the comments never come through, and I'm sorry if I miss comments. Sorry. Y'all know that I was gonna say Casey's coming on tonight. Casey's coming on. Y'all know that's why I watch it. And look, Jim's on here. He knows. But yeah, Yellowstone's going to be coming on, what, about 10 minutes? Oh, man, I was hoping to get done. Y'all have to leave me. That's fine. Y'all can go replay it. Hey, Connie. Okay. Y'all, that came off perfect. I may leave the black, y'all. I was going to paint the bottom and the sides black or white. I think I'm going to leave it. I kind of like that. And when y'all do this and you sand it, when you do the, the Mod Podge and you sand it, it comes off perfect. I know, Jim, don't try to rush me. I know. I said if they got to go watch it, I get it. Y'all just have to come back and watch the replay for the end. Oh, Caroline says she was kidding, Jim. She was just kidding. Okay, so let's get this off. I'm gonna see what the bright white I'm gonna be using for my Hello Winter. Y'all may not even have to paint this. I was thinking I was going to have to paint this because, whew, look how cute that already is. Look how cute this is already. I love it. Love it. Okay, I'm going to sand the inside though, y'all. When you buy these from Walmart, I'm just going to be honest. I should have sanded it first, but it's okay. They are always kind of scratched, okay? They are already painted. They're already, yep, I should have done it first. That's okay. They're already painted, and so you definitely want to sand them because they're scratched. I don't know why. And of course, I got just a little bit up here, but that's okay. It wipes off. But they're scratched. They kind of move around. They've got a little piece of cardboard over them, but it does not do anything. It really doesn't protect them. But these are at Walmart. They're sometimes hard to find. I think they're a hot commodity, hot item. People really like to use these. Yeah, I know because I do myself. Hey, Melissa. Okay. So, again, just sand it down just a little bit. And I am going to leave it black. Y'all, I'm glad I remembered that. So, this is what we've got so far. And remember, I took the thing off. I didn't want it going up and down like they like it. I want it going side to side. And we're just going to see. I'm going to see what this white looks like before I paint it. Because I was going to paint these because they kind of look a little off-white, but this might be okay. We're going with it. We're doing it. We're going with it. All right, y'all. So, let's do... I'm going to use the word winter. You did, Melissa. You did. Hey, girl. I'm going to use the word winter and hello And I'm also maybe going to use a little bit of this, but I'm not going to be able to use the curly Q, okay? It's okay. You can, any of these transfer, just do whatever. You know, you can do whatever you want. Oh, hey girls. Shawanda. Listen, y'all, we were laughing about people calling me Shawanda, and you know, my kids, my boys were talking about alter egos, and we were like, yeah, you know, it's funny. And I said, you know, Erin was saying she can use her Pam as her alter ego to show out, or to be able to go ahead, and I said, oh, y'all, do I have an alter ego? And they were like, no, Mama, if you get mad enough, you're going to Shonda out on them. And I was like, well, maybe I could just call that Shawanda out on them. And Jim was like, well, you can call it whatever. But the bottom line is when you've had enough, it doesn't matter who you are. You're coming. What y'all saying? All right, y'all. So our transfers, and we do call these transfers. I know that some people call them stencils, and that's fine. They are a stencil. You know, they are basically a stencil. We call them transfers with Chalk Couture, but again, call them whatever. I had a lady that, you know, Miss Karen, if you would, tell me, stop calling them transfers, that they are stencils. And I was like, oh, wow. Wow. Okay, Betty. Y'all. Well, I always like, everybody calls, you know, the Karen, you know, that's the Karen. I always call them Betty. Like, I don't know why, but I always call them Betty. So, y'all, I'm just putting some fuzz on the back of this, okay? That's what this is. These are our fuzzing cloths, but you can use a t-shirt. You can use anything that doesn't have a ton of lint on it, because that's all simply you're doing. It's putting some lint on the back of this so it does not stick to the surface so hard that when you take it off, that it sticks to your surface and pulls paint or anything else off. Okay, Caroline. Sounds good. Girl, I may not remember to text you, love. This 48-year-old brain, I may not remember. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to put this as far down as I can. And I can see through this, which I love. And I'm putting it, again, as far as I can down on the black. Okay, and then I'm going to just do, again, I can't do the curly Q. I can do this one a little bit, but I'm not going to do this one because I need to put my hello right there. Melissa, I mean, I'm always like, okay, girl. I mean, you call it what you want, but how about I call it what we call it? So, y'all, I'm using our bright white paste and just one of our squeegees. And again, I'm going to do winter in the white. I want to just do a black and white. Just black and white, y'all. And again, tonight's word is winter for the supplies. If you just type in winter, I will message you when I am finished. And y'all, I am going to start tomorrow night, just so you know, when I'm on here tomorrow night, I am going to start my Happy Mail again for anyone who sprinkles this out, which y'all know that's the SHARE, sharing the love. We will do Happy Mail for that. So just be ready for that. My cousin Linda will be so happy I start the bucket again. She'll be so excited. But it won't really be a bucket. It won't really be a drawing this time. This will be actually for people who, again, spread it out. Spread the love. And I so appreciate everyone. I can't believe my page has grown so much. Y'all, we hit 19,000 followers yesterday, or this morning when I got up. It had hit 19,000. And I told Jim, I about started crying. I mean, I did get teary-eyed, I'll just be honest. Because I was like, I'm undeserving. And, you know, but then he was like, Shonda. But, you know, you feel that way. You feel a little bit like, you know what I mean? Like, not woe is me, nothing crazy like that. But I'm just saying, you feel like, you know, I'm just doing what's fun. I'm on here having fun. All right, y'all. So, Here we go. Here we go. Look how pretty that is. Is that not gorgeous? Gorgeous. 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 Okay. And I'll put this down here in my water. And I will clean it when I'm finished. This has to dry, y'all. Has to dry. Because I'm going to put my other transfer right here and put hello. And then, y'all, we will make a bow and we will be finished. And we'll do a simple, really pretty simple bow tonight. But I do need to get this dry very, very well. And I will tell you, before you put anything on it pulled up a little bit of my black paint because I did not wax it. And y'all won't see it because it's very minute. I can see it right here. It's kind of on my edges. No big deal because I'll probably just sand that anyway. But just FYI, you do want to wax. I'm going to wax right here next. Just so that it doesn't happen again. But make sure to dry this very well. Oh, well, good, Debbie, because as I lose my thoughts constantly as I'm sitting here talking to you, you know. But it's so true, and my whole idea, you know, Jim and I was telling him, I've always struggled with my purpose in life. Always. I worked in the medical field for years, and I knew that that was my purpose, to nurse people and to help people and all that. I love people, and I love hopping on and just being with y'all and having fun and talking and hearing what y'all have to say. But I love to make people laugh, and I love to make people smile, and that is why I'm doing this first and foremost. If that quits, it's done for me. I don't want to do anything different than that. This is an extra to do the crafts because I do love the craft. But honestly, it's about making people happy and making people laugh. We live in a crazy world, y'all. And I think it's very important nowadays to do that. You know, to spread some cheer and to spread some love. I know that sounds corny and crazy, but that truly is what I feel. It truly is. Okay, y'all. So this is just our surface wax. You can also use, I've used this wax before too. It's Kills Clear Wax. You can get that at Walmart, probably at Home Depot. I got that at Walmart. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate it. But I'm just going to use a paper towel, use some of this wax, and just wax this surface so that when I put this transfer down, it does not pull off any more paint. Again, I should have done it before. That's okay. And I'm going to go ahead and wax the whole thing because it will change my sheen a little bit. Not a ton, but it will change it a little bit, and I don't want it to be noticeable. So we will just wax the whole thing. And then what I just do is I kind of turn it over where there's no wax. Oh, thank you, Judy. Good. Then my work here is done, girl. My work here is done. So then I take it over and I buff off any kind of excess wax, okay? Anything that's, it kind of stands up, you feel it, you see it, and that's what I'm going to do is I'm buffing that off. Now I'm going to show you where this pulled off my paint and where I messed up, but I really kind of like it because it kind of looks that authentic farmhouse. So do you see in the black right here? That's how sticky our transfers are. It pulled off the paint right here, okay? It pulled off a little bit of paint. I'm okay with that, but I want to just tell you, make sure you wax your surface. That would not have happened had I waxed it. Would not have. Period. Okay, so let's fuzz this little hello, y'all. I'm really loving this transfer. I have not used it yet, and again, I told you I'm freezing to death. So, man, it's crazy. Y'all, I've got these big fluffy boots on right now. And it's just cold. It's just cold. And I know, again, it's just not very cold for everybody, but sure enough, it's cold for me. All right, and I'm just putting some fuzz. Let me see it. You can see the lint, you know, when you're on here, but you see, this is still really, really sticky. So I'm going to fuzz it a couple more times. Our transfers are super sticky, y'all. They are reusable and they're meant to be used. They say up to 12 times, but I have used some of mine more than that. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. The O is going to kind of go over onto, actually, let me see. Let's see what I can do here. If I, we might just have to go on there. See how that goes over just a little bit right here. It might look okay though, because it may just be like a little overlay. Let me see if I can go just a little more. Let's see. Y'all know I like to just be right there on the line of everything. That's fun to do. Just be on the line, y'all. Be on the line. I think that's going to be fine. I think it is going to overlap just a snip right here, but I think we're going to be fine. I think it's, again, this is what I like. I like to do kind of my own thing and kind of have my own thing with this. If I was making this for somebody, I might do something different if, you know. But sometimes what I do is I will show them what I am making prior to, or what I have made, and say, hey, you know, you want anything different with this, or how do you like this, or whatever. You know, and make it the way they want it. Really easy. All right. Now, I'm just chalking this on, and then I'm just taking off all my excess and putting it back in my jar. Y'all always have a problem saying excess. I always want to say excess. That's the southern in me. All right, let's hope this looks good. Let's hope it looks good, y'all. Yep, I'm good with it. That looks super cute. I love, love, love it, y'all. Y'all hit the heart button if y'all love it. And again, I'm going to put this down here in my water, and I will wash that when I'm finished. Let me dry this. We'll do a quick bow, and that's it, y'all. Super simple. Yeah, I'm fine with that O kind of overlapping that. It really didn't make a difference. I've kind of seen some stuff like that anyway. And if you're going to hang this outside, I would suggest spraying it, you know, with an outdoor like polyurethane or something like that. You know, some kind of urethane just to seal it in from the weather. And with this being paper, I would definitely seal that in as well. And you know, now there's also the, you could do this with the contact paper like at the Dollar Tree. They've got some really pretty patterns that you could cut and do on both sides and do this. They've actually got some blue and white. That might be pretty. You know, blue and white's perfect for winter time. But y'all, I was going to paint this white, but I think I'm okay. It doesn't really, it's white enough. Like, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot, in fact. Okay, let me set this over here. And let's do a quick bow. And this is all I'm going to do, okay? We're going to do the black and white and black. And I'm going to do the white on the back. Am I going to do the white on the back or the black? I think I'll do the black and white and then black. I think that'll work. Let me get this out of my way. And I'm going to use my handy dandy bow maker, y'all. This bow dabber kind of throws me a little bit. We have a love-hate. I'll just be honest. We do. We have a love-hate. It's not, I don't know. We just have a love-hate. It's not hard to use, but still not my favorite. I think the, some people use another kind of, not that big. They use like the Easy Bow Maker maybe. And both of these sides are the same, so I'm not really gonna have to flip it or anything. But you don't have anything to put your thing on. You know, Melissa, I'm not a ribbon person. You know, and I don't know, you've got all girls, I have all boys. I'm not a ribbon person. I don't put bows on a lot of things. I love them. Don't get me wrong. I do love them, but I don't put them on a lot of things. So I find it hard too sometimes to, pick out the right colors. And then people will pick out colors and I'm like, that is never going to go together. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks great. I have a hard time too. I do. So all you do is you just loop this down just like this. Now, if you had a different pattern on the back, all you do is twist and put down like this. Okay? And same size bow on this. And same over here. Push it down just like that and make a loop. It makes your loops. Okay? So, I'm going to do 4 of each. 4 of each. I think this will be really cute. And I got the ribbon from Sam's. The big 2 ribbon came from Sam's, and this came from, I don't know. Y'all, I've had this ribbon. I think I've had this ribbon since I lived in New York. I'll just be honest. I've had it a long time. Yeah, I don't get rid of craft supplies. I don't know about y'all, but I don't get rid of craft supplies. It just doesn't happen. So this next ribbon I go just a little bit smaller with. You know, just to kind of give you your graduation down with ribbon. So Melissa, does your kids wear bows? Do your girls wear bows in their hair? I always said I'm from Kentucky, and you're Texas, so, everything's bigger in Texas and Kentucky, like ribbon and stuff like that. But I don't have girls, so I don't know. I don't know. And I don't ever really put a ton of bows in my hair. Okay. And then this is going to be our last one. This does not have wire in it, okay? So it's a little trickier. Just a little trickier, but that's okay. It's not hard. It's just a little trickier. And this one does have a back and a front. So you do have to, it's a shiny on the back. A shiny on the front. So you do have to twist. Oh, and I don't have very much of it. So let's make just one. That's what you do. You just do what you can. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all, y'all. There we go. We'll just make one loop. Just one with that shiny ribbon. With that black, I mean. Okay. Then I just take it out. You can sometimes put your zip tie in there, but I just don't. It's too hard for me. Yes, big bows too, but I always. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, yep. That's all it is. Just keep on. Just keep trying. And you probably could, just because you've got the girls and you've had to see, kind of the bows and all that kind of stuff. But girl, just keep on doing it. That's what I say. Just keep trying. Okay, so I get this in the middle. Okay, and tighten it really tight. And cut off the little excess there. Make sure my hot glue is on. My hot glue gun's on, and it is not, but we'll get there. Okay. Now, this is kind of what you got. A crazy looking bow. Just like this. Okay, crazy, right? Crazy. And all you're going to do is just pull it apart. Pull it apart. Fluff it out. Really simple. This is a smaller bow. I know you're probably thinking, what you mean a smaller bow? That thing's huge. Some people, I guess it is, but in the scheme of crafting, this is a small bow. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. okay, so you have girls too. Goodness. I guess if I would have had girls, I would have learned how to, you know, do it all. I would have made them. And I know how to make them. I've always known how to make myself. Like, I didn't use a bow maker. But, I mean, I would have just done it, I guess. If I had a little girl, you just do it. But never had to. We were playing with Tonka trucks and, you know, we were in the dirt. It's just the way it was. We were in the dirt, y'all. All right. So here is our cute little bow, y'all. Very simple, cute little bow. All right, let's get our little sign back out. And then I can figure out how I want my tails. Very easy. It's really not hard, y'all. Just, you know, some practice. That's all. Everything, just like everything in life, everything is all about practice. Gotta practice. And the colors of your bows. You know, a lot of the times, I will go on Pinterest and look at color schemes and kind of get my ideas that way too. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you just have to. And listen, nowadays with YouTube and stuff, honey, please, you can, there's no reason. I mean, I feel like you can build a house by watching YouTube, you know? Just build a house. You literally can build a house watching YouTube now. Okay. I'm going to put this under here. And then we are going to hot glue right here. Now, I think I'll hot glue it right here. I'm putting quite a bit of glue right here. And I'm going to hold it for just a second. Ow. It's hot glue. Oh, I hear my husband up there Yellowstoning. Y'all, he's so funny. He cracks me up. I love him so much with his craziness with his shows, and y'all, he gets serious. I told y'all he thinks it's real. He really thinks it's real. All right, let's cut this. Now, I am going to, let me see if I can dovetail this one. I think I can. This one's the real silky one, but yeah, we can. We'll cut them kind of a little smaller so that you can see everything. Y'all, I thought today was National Be Kind Day because I buy from the Sunshine Sisters. I love their Be Kind shirts. And for some reason she posted, and I guess it was an old post, but I was like, oh, I'm going to go put my Be Kind shirts on or my Be Kind sweater. But it wasn't. But I think every day is National Be Kind Day. Yes, I'm telling you, Melissa, you really can. Like, literally everything nowadays. Everything is YouTubeable. All right, here we go, y'all. Let's just fluff it out again. Very easy. Very fun little bow. And I stayed very neutral tonight with the black and white. I like it. It's kind of more of my theme. And then all I'm going to do is take this little rope that came off. This came off of our, our board here from Walmart. And I will take my staple gun and staple it to the back. That's it, y'all. And then we have a really, really fun, cute door hanger for the winter. Y'all, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me tonight. I know that it was a little bit, a little bit different, but oh, you are so welcome, Melissa. Good. I'm glad you've used them. Girl, I still have a ton of them myself. But yeah, tonight's word again, y'all, is a winter because it's frigid. And fall, for some reason, is gone. But type the word winter in and I will send y'all some information. But this is it. Thanks y'all for hanging out, and I will see y'all again maybe tomorrow night. If it's not tomorrow night, it'll be Wednesday night. So thanks so much, Debbie. I appreciate you. See y'all.